Hey everyone, my name is Dearman, and boy do I have a story for you. You see, if you've ever been told that you can't do something, you're not good enough, or my personal favorite, that's an unrealistic dream, pay close attention because I'm about to change that for you. Okay? See, very early I figured out that I wanted to become a Major League Baseball player. But not just become a Major League Baseball player, but become one of the best. Little did I know all the challenges I would face trying to reach this goal that I'm currently on. See, it all started in high school. I had a very good high school career. One of the best in my high school history. I didn't receive one college offer until my very last week of high school. And that one offer was a small Division II school in South Carolina named Anderson University. See, I was only able to get this scholarship because my head coach for my high school worked so hard for it. See, and I am so blessed for that. But a month before my first semester began at that school, my high school coach had passed away. He suffered a heart attack on the baseball field, doing something he loved. You know, that was hard for me emotionally because not only was he a role model in my life, he also had gotten me to that school. And not too long before this had happened, I had lost my grandmother as well. My grandmother had shared a bed with me and my little brother. We all stayed in the same room, you know, all shared the same bathroom. I would sleep on the top bunk, and her and my little brother would sleep on the bottom. And me and my brother would switch off some nights too. So, with all this going on, my first semester of college was very tough. I ended up not making the team because of grades and because of poor performance. I was devastated. I went back to high school and became coaching my high school team. And I had given up. That was it for me. I just didn't think there was any way that, I could get a second chance until that summer came. My friend Nick Marchese was playing at Tallahassee Community College, and I was just playing for fun in a rec ball league. And he had came to one of my games just to watch me play because, he's a friend. And he had said to me, "Hey, do you want to try out for TCC?" And I said, "Yeah, why not? That sounds awesome. Like, what do I have to lose?" Um, so here we are the night before my tryout. All right, I'm so nervous. I suffered 2 panic attacks. I don't get 1 second of sleep, and my dad's just there comforting me the whole time until the next morning when I have to go over to the field to try out. I end up throwing the worst bullpen of my life. Absolutely terrible. I don't even know how hard I threw, but I know they weren't impressed. Well, the coaches there were Coach Mike McLeod and Coach Corey Pye. And they had both invited me into their office. And I'm thinking, oh man, here we go. This is going to be bad news. Well, after some small talk, they proceeded to give me a full scholarship to Tallahassee Community College. I was shocked. I couldn't believe what they were saying. I was stuck. I just stared at them in the eye with no facial expression until my dad reached over with it onto my shoulder and he said the magic words, "He'll commit." So I ended up going to TCC, loved it there. My first year was going great and all. Having an incredible year. Talks about becoming even an All-American. And halfway through our season, I faced my hardest challenge yet. In the ninth inning with 2 outs, I throw a pitch and I hear 2 pops right under my armpit. I've never been shot before, but the pain I felt was unbearable, and I imagine that's probably what it feels like. I had torn my right latissimus dorsi tendon. See, before me, there were only 5 or 6 other people in the world that had this injury, and the comebacks were not very great. So, having known all this, and my doctor explained it, the chances of coming back weren't very high. And my doctor had told me, I should just quit baseball. And I'd be lucky if I have 20% strength in my arm for the rest of my life. This was unacceptable. I looked my doctor square in the face and I said, "You don't know me? Do the surgery and I'll prove you wrong." Okay. The next 11 months were some of the hardest of my life. I had to sleep in a recliner while my parents came up and stayed in Tallahassee with me and slept on my bed right next to me. They cooked, they cleaned my whole apartment, took me to class, and took me to practice because I couldn't even do anything. I was so messed up on my medication because of how much the pain hurt. I was in the sling like this. I couldn't even do anything. And just having to watch my teammates go on that field and perform and have to compete and go to war without me it was heartbreaking. It really was. But I finally came back that next year, and I ended up having one of the best years in TCC history for a relief pitcher. You know, and at the end of the year, I made another dream happen, and I committed to Florida International University. FIU is right next to home, and my family was not able to see me play baseball for 3 years after I had graduated from high school. So this was just a dream come true where they could watch me play. And it was my 4th year in school, so you can imagine that they were excited. You know, I ended up getting FIU, didn't really have that great of a year, and our team, we didn't do very well, so it was tough on everyone. It's hard to not be successful, very hard, and to come back from that just makes you a lot stronger. So my senior year at FIU comes my 5th year of school, and we're doing great. Our record's 10-5, dominating, honestly, and I'm doing fantastic as well. You know, having a blast, and this COVID-19 comes upon us. This is unlike anything that anyone's ever been a part of, and it unfortunately has brought my baseball career to a halt. Now, I don't know what lies ahead of me, but I do know one thing: this isn't going to stop me. I know I will be reaching my goal very soon, and I am very blessed and thankful to everyone that has gotten me where I am today. I really couldn't have done it without the love and support of my family, teammates, coaches, and most importantly, God. You know, we go on these journeys and don't really know why, but something I always like to think is God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors. And if you really think that, you can get through any challenge possible. So if you take anything away from my story, just know that everything happens for a reason, and that the greatest pleasure in life is doing what others say you cannot do. So my name's Christian Dearman. I hope this story touched you all, and I hope I could continue to be a motivation to all those going through tough times. Love you all, and stay safe.